I'm Pat O'Rourke, the sports editor of the BU News Service. This is For and Out. Alongside me is Alex Hirsch, who's a BU News Service contributor. We're going to talk about a few points over the next few minutes. And I guess the first thing we'll get to, Alex, is Dave Dombrowski, the Red Sox president, saying that there's going to be a big shakeup in the offseason. There might be a couple players going. Who do you think might go?
Well, I think for certain one of the names we're going to be hearing a lot of is Hanley Ramirez or Pablo Sandoval. One of those two most likely will be gone. I'm hoping both of them gone, but that might be wishful thinking. But I think what he said was that it's going to be a hard trade, someone that we're not going to want to see go, which I still think Xander Bogaerts is untouchable, but I think that might mean Mookie Betts or Eddie Rodriguez, they might be headed out the door. Possibly Blake Swihart as well. I don't know. Who are you thinking?
Yeah, I think Swihart's number one on the list in terms of people that might go. I don't see Ramirez or Sandoval going. I think he understands that their value is very low. They're not going to get very much for him. And I think what they're looking for is they want an ace. They want a big impact player. You're not going to get that for Hanley Ramirez. You're not going to get that for Pablo Sandoval. You got to trade one of these stud prospects, whether it's Betts, whether it's Swihart, whether it's Rodriguez, whether it's maybe a couple kids in the system like a Rafael Devers or Andrew Benintendi or Manuel Margot, even though they may not have that value attached to them just yet. But yeah, I think it's going to be one of their big time prospects. I think Mookie Betts and Xander Bogaerts are the two untouchables.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, they're going to keep them at any chance possible.
I don't want Mookie Betts gone. Yeah. I want Mookie Betts and Xander here. But one of the names that has been linked to us right now, a lot of reports are saying Roldis Chapman from the Cincinnati Reds, the closer there, the big flamethrower. What do you think about him? I'd love to see him in the Red Sox uniform.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about it just because it would be a one-year rental. I don't think he's gonna be a free agent after 2016. It's gonna take a lot of money to bring him back. And I'm someone me personally, I don't feel the solution to a bullpen is throwing money at it. And this would be essentially what it would be. It would be either throwing money at it and or, basically a one-year rental for Aroldis Chapman. And here's the thing with Aroldis Chapman. He's 28 years old. He might be maybe declining a little bit. I think his walks per 9 innings went up last year. His strikeouts per 9 innings went down. His whip was as high as it's ever been in his career. So you're seeing signs of him kind of falling down a bit. I know he has that heater. He throws 100 miles an hour. I think he had the 18 fastest pitches in the major leagues in 2015 were Aroldis Chapman pitches. But I wouldn't. It's not something I would do.
I'd love to see him in a Sox uniform. I don't care that he's gone after this year. It's just money. I don't think you have to give up the farm as well for him. I don't think you're not gonna. I don't think you have to give up Swihart or Eddie Rodriguez or Xander or Mookie Betts.
If it's for any of those guys, forget about it.
I don't think you have to give up any of those guys. So I'm willing to give up someone for just a one-year rental for Aroldis Chapman because he's better than any other closer that I think that we could get at this point. And I'm all in for 2016. I'm all in. This is probably David Ortiz, most likely his last productive year. I'm all in. Bring Aroldis Chapman in.
We've been saying that for a few years now.
Yeah, we've been saying that for a few years, but I'm all in on that. Yep. He's not the only name in the trade market though in Boston right now. DeMarcus Cousins for the Sacramento Kings. Right now, he is having a tough time with George Karl, their head coach, blowing up right now in their faces. A lot of people want DeMarcus Cousins on the Celtics. Should they pull the trigger?
Yeah, it's not something I do. What would you have to give up for him? I think that's probably the biggest question in any trade. Well, yeah, that's another question. What do you have? Are you going to be able to put together a package for DeMarcus Cousins? If you were to put together a package for DeMarcus Cousins, Marcus Smart would almost certainly be in it.
Sure, why not?
You would want to trade DeMarcus Smart, not Marcus Smart in a trade for DeMarcus Cousins.
Absolutely, I would trade Marcus Smart for DeMarcus Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins is about 24 years old, I believe. He is one of the best centers in the league that is strapped for young centers. So you trade Marcus Smart, that's fine. Marcus Smart has yet to prove to me, as much as I love the kid, he's yet to prove to me that he is a starting caliber point guard or even shooting guard. He's just got starting caliber point guard defense and shooting guard defense. So yeah, bring on DeMarcus Cousins. If anyone can tame him, I'm pretty confident in Brad Stevens. So yeah, I'll take him any day of the week.
Well, that's the thing is, can you tame him? It's a big uncertainty. I don't know if I'd give up. I certainly wouldn't give up Smart for him. I don't know if I'd give any of the other big pieces. I certainly would be hesitant to give up for DeMarcus Cousins for someone who, yes, he's put up big numbers. Yes, he's been very good, but he hasn't been consistent. He's been hurt quite a bit. And and he's never really won anything. I think it's kind of a direct result of him. And
Neither of these Celtics, they haven't won anything either. So
that
we'll
is
see
true.
what happens.
That's another very good
But
point.
from the parquet floor to the football field, Patriots, Giants this week. Big matchup because the last 3 times the Patriots have played the Giants, they've lost, including 2 Super Bowls. Tom Coughlin might have Bill Belichick's number. What do you think about that?
Yeah, and you mentioned the last 3 losses, and Coughlin's 5-1 against Belichick.
Yeah.
He could be the only one that Belichick's ever won. I think they were down 10 or 13 points.
Oh, it was week 17 of the undefeated season.
And
Yeah.
was it 38-35? And
Oh,
they were down 10 or
who
13
knows?
points. And but anyway, yeah. Look, here's the thing with Tom Coughlin. I think people underrate Tom Coughlin, what he is as a coach. I think he's a very good coach. I don't know if he's a Hall of Fame coach, but he's definitely in the Hall of Very Good. And
Oh, very good.
yeah, but
Okay.
I think him and Belichick are very similar guys. They're no nonsense guys. They're Bill Parcells' disciples. So yeah, maybe he does have his number a little bit. But in the 3 wins that he won, the 2 Super Bowl games and the one win in 2011, they were last possession win. So the Patriots were leading, late in the 4th quarter. So
Well-
it's not like he's steamrolled him in every game, but
He's got his number. I think that's for sure. He's got his number. He's 5-1 against him. No one else has got that type of winning record against Belichick. So yeah, he's got his number. Tom Coughlin knows how to play the Patriots. The one thing that he has had though on these last 3 in the last 3 wins is a pass rush, and that's been the big thing that they've been able to get Tom Brady off his game, moving around in the pocket where he wasn't as mobile at times. Tom Brady's a little bit way more elusive now than he was before. So we'll see what happens on Sunday, which leads us to the end of the segment.
And here's the other thing.
Leads us to our prediction.
But one last point. That team in 2011, he won, winning 2 games against that team in 2011. I don't think that was a particularly great team. And I think the key to beating that team was getting Brady off guard. And to his credit, he got Brady off guard in both those wins. But anyway.
Yep. Leads us to our prediction. Patriots, Giants, Sunday, 4:25, I believe, is the kickoff. What's happening?
Well, it's looking like another historic season. And it seems like any historic season the Patriots put together, the Giants always get in the way.
Giants are in the way.
So I'm going to say the Patriots it'll be a Julian Edelman touchdown at the end of regulation. They'll be down 34-33, and Steven Gostkowski will miss the extra point attempt, and 34-33 Giants.
Okay, so you think Gostkowski?
But
That's a bold prediction.
But then they'll go.
Gostkowski hasn't missed an extra point all year.
It's
he hasn't missed
against
one in years. I don't believe.
It's always against. They hadn't lost. They hadn't lost in 2007 when they faced the Giants in the Super Bowl.
That's true. All right, my bold prediction. Patriots are going to win this one. Tom Coughlin might have Belichick's number, but he doesn't have it this week. They've got 4. Their pass rush is terrible, and they're missing 2 fingers on that pass rush with JPP. So Patriots win this one handedly too. I'm going to go 30-13. Eli Manning's not going to do anything against this team this week. That about wraps up For and Out this week. I'm Alex Harris alongside Pat O'Rourke, the sports editor for the BU News Service. Make sure you tune in next week for the 3rd episode of For and Out, as well as check out our podcast on Tuesdays. We'll be airing that out on BUNewsService.com. Thanks for joining us.